They told you to wait for motivation, to wait for that spark, that perfect morning, that right vibe to finally get started. But let me tell you something they never taught you in school, and they sure as hell didn't show you in your favorite movie. Motivation is nothing but a mood. Discipline is the real beast. Discipline is waking up when your body begs to sleep. Discipline is working when the world is partying. Discipline is making a move when everyone else is waiting for the stars to align. That's where power is. Power is not found in hype. Power lives in repetition. It lives in silence. It lives in consistency that doesn't get applause. You think success comes from that one big burst of energy? No, it comes from showing up every single day, even when you're tired, especially when you're tired. That's where legends are built. You want to look different, talk different, walk different, then you need to do what 99% of people are too soft to do. You need to suffer on purpose. You need to put yourself through fire daily. That gym you don't feel like going to? That's exactly where you need to be. That book you keep ignoring? That's the one that'll change your life. That uncomfortable conversation? That's the doorway to growth. You don't need more inspiration. You need grit. You need to bleed for your goals. Because if you don't, someone else will. And they'll win while you wait. Most people chase motivation like addicts. They scroll, they watch, they fantasize. But they never do. Discipline doesn't care about your feelings. It's cold. It's ruthless. It's calculated. And that's exactly why it works. While motivation is trying to get your attention, discipline already built the empire. You need to stop looking for the right time. You need to become the right person. You want freedom? Earn it. You want respect? Build it. You want results? Sweat for them. Nobody's coming to rescue you. There's no superhero, no secret formula. Just you, your habits, your actions. That's it. The ones at the top didn't wait to feel good. They trained themselves to move without emotion. They built a system, a way of life. And when the world says rest, they rise. When the world says stop, they sprint. That's the difference. That's what separates the winners from the watchers. You can't Netflix your way to greatness. You can't complain your way into confidence. You earn that through discipline, daily, hourly, relentlessly. Stop being a slave to comfort. Comfort is the enemy. Comfort whispers lies in your ear. Take it easy. You've done enough. You can do it later. And every time you listen, your dreams bleed. You need to become the assassin of your old self. Kill the lazy version. Kill the distracted version. Kill the weak version. Because the stronger you is waiting. But he's locked behind pain, behind discomfort, behind hard days. And you can't skip that. You have to walk through it. Feel it. Own it. That's the price. It's not connections, it's not luck, it's discipline, the cold, brutal, consistent hammer of daily action that never stops swinging. When others break, you bend. When they slow down, you push harder. When they give up, you lean in. Because greatness isn't achieved through moments of inspiration. It's carved through years of repetition, pain, failure, and persistence. Discipline is what makes you do it again, even when your heart is broken, when your spirit is crushed, when everything inside you says stop, you still rise. Because you're not driven by how you feel, you're driven by what you've committed to. The truth is most people won't make it, not because they couldn't, but because they wouldn't. They quit too early. They expect results too soon. They chase ease instead of effort. But you made a decision, a pact with yourself to never bow to weakness, to never fall back into mediocrity. You decided to build yourself day by day, layer by layer, choice by choice, and that choice will change your life forever. They will see your discipline and call it obsession. They'll mock your consistency because it shines a light on their laziness. They'll call you crazy for sacrificing now for something greater later. But that's because they don't see what you see. They don't feel what you feel. They've never touched the fire you've walked through. They've never bled for a vision so big, so loud, so real that it keeps you awake at night, pushing, grinding, building brick by brick, moment by moment, until your reality bends to your will and the world can't help. But notice discipline doesn't shout, it speaks through action, through presence, through dominance. It walks into a room and owns it because it knows what it took to get there. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't need recognition. It doesn't need applause because the disciplined mind is self-fed, self-made, self-sustained. Discipline is the antidote to chaos, the weapon against weakness, the hammer that breaks the wall standing between you and your next level. While others are waiting for motivation to strike again, you're already in motion your boots, are muddy your hands or callous your mind, is sharp your heart, is full of fire, because you know no one's coming to save you, no one's going to hand you anything, and you wouldn't accept it if they did, because you didn't come to be handed greatness, you came to earn it, to fight for it, to bleed for it, to build it with your bare hands. Discipline is what makes your word mean. Something, it's what makes your vision real. It's what separates the lions from the sheep, the leaders from the followers, the warriors from the weak. Because when the lights go out, when the applause dies, when there's nothing left but you and your grind, discipline is the voice that says, keep going, keep swinging, keep climbing, because this is what you were born for. And if you don't build the life you want with discipline, you'll be forced to settle for the life you fear, built by regret, built by weakness, built by all the times you chose comfort over greatness. But that's not your story, not today, not ever. Because you were never meant to live like the rest. You were built to lead, built to conquer, built to endure. And while others dream, you execute. While others wish, you win, because you've made a decision to be unstoppable. And every single step you take from this moment forward is a message to the world that you cannot and will not be broken. That's the tax you pay to be rare. You want to stand out in a world full of average? Then stop acting average. Stop making excuses. Excuses are nothing but elegant lies. You dress them up to feel better, but they still kill you. Every day you skip the work, you lose a piece of yourself. But every day you push through. Every day you dominate your calendar. Every day you control your mind, you rise. Bit by bit, brick by brick, until one day you wake up and realize you've become dangerous. Not because you yell or flex or scream motivation, but because you're silent, focused, relentless. You become a machine. And machines don't need hype. They just work, ruthlessly, consistently, without question. So stop looking for a spark. Be the spark. Stop looking for energy. Build it. Stop looking for shortcuts. There aren't any. There's just discipline. Raw, unfiltered, unforgiving. And that's why it's the real superpower. Discipline is the slow burn, the unseen grind. When nobody is watching, it's what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's what keeps you moving forward when your body screams stop and your mind whispers give up. But discipline, that ancient force that built empires and legends, tells you keep going. The world doesn't reward wishful thinkers. It rewards those who show up every single day, even when the fire of motivation dies out, because motivation is a spark. But discipline is the engine. It's what keeps the wheels turning on the darkest nights. And longest road success doesn't come to those who feel like doing the work. It comes to those who do it regardless of how they feel. Discipline is doing the hard things. First, it's waking up before the sun. When the bed feels like heaven, it's training. When you're tired, it's showing up to the job, to the grind, to the hustle. When the excitement is gone, when the applause is silent, when no one is cheering you on. And that's what makes you dangerous. The world is filled with people chasing quick highs and easy wins. But you're not one of them. You're building something brick by brick, hour by hour. And that takes discipline. It's not pretty, it's not fun, but it's real and it's powerful. While everyone else is looking for shortcuts, you're building endurance. While they're complaining, you're executing. While they're dreaming, you're delivering. And that makes you unstoppable. Discipline is boring. It's repetitive. It's doing the same thing again and again until the rest of the world can't ignore your results anymore. People will ask you, how did you do it? And the answer will be simple. I showed up. I didn't quit. I kept grinding even when it made no sense. I kept walking through the storm when others ran back to comfort. I embraced the pain. I embraced the process. I became forged in the fire, because that's what discipline is. It's a furnace. It burns away weakness. It hardens your soul. It breaks you and remakes you into something tougher, stronger, sharper, more resilient. It builds character. While motivation builds hype, discipline builds legacy. While others ride emotional waves, you walk the straight line, head down, locked and focused, relentless. Because you're not here to participate, you're here to dominate. Every day, you choose discomfort over ease, pressure over pleasure, growth over gratification. And that's what sets you apart. You're not waiting for the perfect moment. You're not counting on the stars to align you. Create your moment. You force the stars to align through sheer force of will, through consistency, through action day after day. You're not defined by bursts of energy. You're defined by your ability to show up drained, exhausted, mentally wiped out, but still doing the damn work. Discipline is the unseen hours, the grind in the dark, the silence before the applause. It's the stuff no one celebrates, but everyone envies. They'll see your results and call it talent. see your transformation, and call it luck, but you'll know it was discipline, and only you will ever understand what it cost, the sacrifices, the lonely nights, the internal battles, the doubts, the setbacks, the pain. But you endured, and that makes you different. While others look for escape, you dig deeper. While they retreat, you advance. You're not running from the fire, you're walking into it. Because that's where the growth is, that's where champions are made, while others are seduced by comfort, you're married. To the grind, your mind is a weapon, your heart is armored, and your body is forged through the repetition of pain and power. Every rep, every step, every second invested builds the foundation for your unstoppable future. Because discipline isn't about how you feel, it's about who you are, it's about what you stand for, what you believe in, and how far you're willing to go to protect it. Every single time you say no to comfort, you say yes to power. Every time you show up when you don't. Feel like it, you plant a flag in the ground that says, I refuse to be ordinary, I refuse to settle, I refuse to be soft. Discipline doesn't whisper, it roars, it tells the world, I'm coming and nothing will stop me. The difference between those who make it and those who don't isn't always talent.